Hey everybody, welcome back. I always like to do these videos periodically about similar guitars that I purchased in a very similar time frame and which ones I end up keeping and why. So, recently I reviewed the Ibanez Strat style guitar, the AZES or AZ Essentials 31 guitar. And that is a Strat style guitar with 3 single coil pickups. And I also recently purchased and reviewed on here the Yamaha 012 Pacifica. And that was an HSS guitar. Humbucker in the bridge, 2 single coils. Very comparable, similar guitars, similar list prices, the whole bit. So they're positioned very closely in the market. Low-end budget guitars that are reputable manufacturers, Ibanez and Yamaha. So which one did I end up keeping? I ended up keeping this guy. This is the Yamaha Pacifica, the PAC 012. And I'm going to go over the reasons I kept this guitar versus the Ibanez. Again, this is a very small channel. I don't have the luxury of getting guitars sent to me from manufacturers to review. I buy everything on my own dollar. So I can't keep a lot of guitars because I just need to sell guitars in order to buy guitars. So in any event, this is the Yamaha 012 that I kept over the Ibanez IZ or AZES31. Similar guitars. So this guy here has an agathis body, right? That's the wood. The Ibanez had a poplar body. The fretboard on the Ibanez was Jatoba wood. It was a rosewood-like wood. This is Sinocaling, which again is described as Indian rosewood. So it's an Asian rosewood type of wood. Lower quality, I'm sure, than the standard U.S. rosewood fretboards, but more than fine for what I need on the guitar. Both guitars have 22 frets. This guy, this is where I liked this one over the Ibanez. This Yamaha has medium jumbo frets, 22 medium jumbo frets. The Ibanez, because it was a smaller scale guitar, this is 25.5-inch scale length, which I like. I'm used to. It's a standard Strat scale length. The Ibanez was a short scale. It was 25 inches. And the frets were medium. They were noticeably smaller and more cramped, feeling at least to me, than the frets on this guitar. So I prefer the frets and the fret spacing on this guitar more than I did on the Ibanez. That's one reason. The Ibanez came with 3 singles, SSS. So instead of the humbucker here, it had a single here. But it had something called an alter switch, where typically you have a second tone switch. This guitar only has 1 volume and 1 tone. So in any event, that alter switch toggled and made different pickup, 3 extra pickup combinations, of which one was emulating almost the humbucker in the bridge. Too complicated for me. I'm a simple-minded guy. I like easy. So this is already here, the humbucker. I bought this guitar because I wanted a humbucker in the bridge, and it's just there. It's just a lot more straightforward than the toggling back and forth of that alter switch with the Ibanez guitar. Some may love it because it does give you different sounds, parallel versus other combinations, but I just like this configuration, simple. The other thing is the neck radius on the Ibanez was a 9.8-inch radius, very similar to a standard Strat radius. This is a flatter neck, which I find a little bit more comfortable. This almost has a 14-inch radius. It's a 13.75-inch radius on this guitar, which again, it's a personal thing. I prefer that. The one thing that I thought was superior on the Ibanez, and it's a nit because it's not bad on this guitar, were the tuners. These have the lower end sealed, closed tuners that ship with Yamaha guitars. The Ibanez AZES came with sealed split shaft tuners that were better tuners than these guitars. However, these guitar tuners are fine. They do not stick. They do not ping. They hold tune very well. So I have no issues with these tuners, although the ones on the Ibanez were clearly better. Other than that, everything else is comparable. Plastic nut on both guitars. Everything else is fairly comparable. So again, the deciding factor for me and why I kept this was I liked the spacing of the frets, the bigger frets on this guitar, the medium jumper versus medium frets. I like the HSS native configuration that's on this guitar, and I like the flatter radius. Those were the three reasons for me keeping this thing versus the Ibanez. So, I hope you found the video useful and interesting. If you do, please subscribe. If you have any questions on either of these guitars, this Yamaha versus the Ibanez, or my experience with either one, put them below in the comments. And as always, guys, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.